Hello and welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. Today's Wednesday Wisdom is brought to you by, inspired by something a man told me about periods. He knew something about periods which women don't know. I'm going to talk about that today. So, this man, first of all, let me make it clear, I know him quite well. He is part of our community. Very green flag based on so many aspects of his. Okay. But he asked me a question about periods, which made me think and reflect. So the conversation went on like this. He told me that he helps his wife and especially during periods and all, he's very helpful and all of that. So he asked me, Swati, I'm genuinely confused about something. Can you clear it for me? I've never really asked this to anybody, not a man, not a woman. But then I'm asking you. And I was like, yeah, go ahead. And he asked me, Swati, I do understand what is periods and everything. But I also think women might be faking their pain a little bit during periods. What do you think? Because I've genuinely thought of that. Please don't judge me. And I was like, no, I'm never going to judge you. Yeah, because this might be going on in many people's minds, right? Is the pain real? Is she even struggling? What's going on? She's asking me to help, cook, blah, blah, blah. If you're a man watching this, you might have thought of this, right? And if you're a woman watching this, you might have thought of why men are not really very empathetic during periods. So I was reflecting on this and I realized, where do these men get that early reference about what periods looks like or feels like, right? They get that reference from their mothers or sisters and how they handled periods. Amavalya, yes or no? So what they have seen or experienced becomes their reference point when it comes to periods. And what have they seen in most households? Not every household. In most households, they would have seen the women folk managing well during periods. Yeah, they're cooking, cleaning, everything is going on as usual. There is no difference between those 3 to 5 days and the remaining 25 days. So, this is what this boy watches and this is what he internalizes while growing up. Even when he becomes the nice son who can actually even go get a sanitary napkin from the medical shop, he still remains that man who internalizes the fact that periods days are manageable, tolerable. The women at home are not making any fuss. Especially, he also gets to hear his mother advising or screaming or yelling or scolding the sister to not make a fuss about it, right? Because in most Indian households, this statement would have been very common. ഈ വയറുവേദന പോലും സഹിക്കാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ലെങ്കിൽ നീ ഒരു കൊച്ചിനെ എങ്ങനെ പ്രസവിക്കും, റൈറ്റ്? തമിഴിൽ എവിടെ இந்த வலி கூட தாங்க முடியலன்னா நீ எல்லாம் எப்படி குழந்தை பெற்றுக்க போற? I know there is a version of this in every language, right? And when we discuss these kind of things in the community, we also talk about, did our mothers all go to the same school to say the same dialogue? Yeah. Anyway, so he grows up hearing these kind of things, right? So how will he really understand what exactly the woman is going through? He won't. He will not, because according to him, it is just like any other day. So I was just thinking, when we see these videos on men experiencing period simulation, yeah, I'm sure a lot of women would have enjoyed watching that. I've never been able to connect with those videos, mainly because why only if you experience it will you have empathy or what? Because we can't experience every damn thing that's going on in the world, right? So many experiences cannot be felt. It can only be understood. And yet we grow this thing called empathy. Unfortunately, with periods, it's a female body oriented experience. So a man can't really experience it. So he can only have an understanding of it from what he watches and hears and observes, right? So I was just thinking, women, how do we change the narrative for the boys that are growing up? What do we do differently? Okay, I just want to tell this in Tamil. I'll give you the translation. நம்மளை புரிஞ்சுக்க மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க, நம்ம வலியை உணர்ந்துக்க மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறோம். பட் அது உணர வைக்கிறதுக்கு நம்ம என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கோம்? நம்ம பாட்டுக்கு எல்லா நாள் மாதிரியுமே பீரியட்ஸ் அப்போ இருந்துட்டோம் அப்படின்னா எங்களுக்கு எப்படி புரியும் இல்லையா? I have to tell this in Malayalam also. ഈ കമ്മ്യൂണിറ്റി ഇവൻസിലൊക്കെ വന്ന് ആണുങ്ങളെ കുറ്റം പറയുമ്പോൾ, എസ്പെഷ്യലി അവരുടെ എമ്പതി ഫാക്ടറിനെ കുറ്റം പറയുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ആലോചിക്കേണ്ട ഒരു കാര്യമുണ്ട്. അവർ മനഃപൂർവ്വം എമ്പതി വരുത്താതെ ഇരുന്നത് കൊണ്ടല്ല, അവർ കണ്ട് ശീലിച്ച കാര്യങ്ങൾ കൊണ്ട് അവർക്ക് ആ എമ്പതി ഫീൽ ആവാത്തതാണ്. വിച്ച് മീൻസ് എമ്പതി ഫീൽ ആവാനായിട്ട് നമുക്കും അവിടെ ഒരു റോൾ ഉണ്ട് അല്ലേ? ഒരു കാര്യം എന്താണെന്നുള്ളത് ക്ലിയർ ആയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു മനസ്സിലാക്കാനോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കാണിച്ചു കൊടുക്കാനോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ സമയത്ത് നമ്മളുടെ ബിഹേവിയർ ഡിഫറെൻ്റ് ആണെന്നുള്ളതൊന്ന് ഒബ്സർവ് ചെയ്യാനോ അവർക്കൊരു അവസരം ഉണ്ടാവാതെ ഇരുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് അവർക്ക് ആ എമ്പതി അത്രയ്ക്ക് ഡെവലപ്പ് ആയിട്ടില്ല. So which means if we tell them that we are in pain, we are in discomfort, it's so hard, this, that, and we expect all that empathy and love and care and affection from them, they might be thinking, this is too much of drama happening. Because they didn't see this with their mother or their sister. Anyway, so what can we do? So basic sex education rules apply. Talk to boys about periods. Again, before puberty, they should be able to see something related to periods at home where the woman is being taken care of. Which means more than going through something, observing something on a regular basis can also create empathy. Yeah? So let them see. If a boy sees his father making a cup of tea for the mother and saying that, okay, let her take rest for the next 2 days, son, because Amma's on her period, she experiences a lot of cramps or tiredness during this time, then that is his point of reference when it comes to periods. He is going to be that husband who will nurture the wife or take care of her after he gets married. Similarly, women, நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்? നമ്മൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യണ്ടേ? ராயல் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் வேணும்னா முதல்ல ரெஸ்ட் எடுக்க பழகணும். We should learn to be unproductive, at least during periods. We all know how we experience periods. Some of us experience severe cramping and other symptoms. Some of us, it's actually tolerable. Even when it's tolerable, even for those women, I'm one of them. Even for us, we experience fatigue, mild cramping, anger, all of that is there, no? So why can't we listen to the body and behave accordingly so that people around, especially the men, watch and learn what is it to be a woman? Because that's the only reference point for the boys that are growing up. So that's all for today's Wednesday Wisdom, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's topic, and I hope to talk about something more interesting next Wednesday. I can't wait one whole week, but it's actually fun to talk about concepts for a longer period of time instead of just cramming everything into 60 seconds. It's so annoying, guys. This is so freeing, so liberating. So I'm enjoying. I hope you guys are enjoying too. So I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye. So yeah, before you guys ask, I made a statement, no? He knows something about periods that women don't know. That was just a clickbait statement. There's nothing like that. I just meant he thinks women don't suffer or are not miserable during periods, but that's not what women know about periods. That's all. It was just clickbait. He doesn't know anything else about periods that women don't know. Women itself do not know very well about periods. That's a fact. But that's for another day. Bye.